Well, folks, I'll talk about the sun later, but I've come across some nice information. Of course, now the automakers are only doing this for their own research, for customer research. But all these new cars with all these fancy computers from the OnStar, even if you're not subscribed to OnStar, it still transmits data to the manufacturers, which they use strictly for research purposes. How fast you're driving, where you're going, how many times you open the trunk, whether you're driving mostly at night or day. Just for research, of course, to better improve their product. Uh, the when you buy a car, you go through before you activate the stuff, you flip through all the stuff and you say you accept the legal agreement. Read the fine print. Because once you hit accept, you're accepting that monitoring. And they're monitoring you. They can even tell on these new cars if there's somebody sitting in your passenger seat. The GPS is always tracking you. Now, of course, it's totally for market research. Oh, man. The American public is drinking so much Kool-Aid now, I think they're just drunk on Kool-Aid. Oh, while I'm thinking about the sun here, I got it up here just to remind people that, hey, the sun's throwing temper tantrums. Just a little while ago, this sunspot here, 2087, was just downgraded from a 40% chance of an X-class flare to now it's at 10%. Because it has been throwing X-class flares. And, of course, it's not pointed at us. If it was right in here and shot one off, it'd be worse. But you can also see it's in the southern hemisphere of the Earth. Not as big a chance as a direct hit as one floating across this area right here popping off an X. But just throwing this up there so everybody can be reminded about it. And don't forget, hey, y'all, the sun is still up there. How about the nonsense going on in Iraq? Al-Qaeda's back in Iraq. Now, and all those billions and billions of dollars worth of weapons we left the Iraqis with, what do? When Al-Qaeda attacks, they throw them down and run away. I think I made a video on that. If you go way back to my videos about Iraq, that was a waste of time. We should have went in there, blowed everything up, and left. Not try to fix nothing. Just like the same way with Afghanistan. As soon as we got, Osama bin Laden, okay, we got him, let's leave. And when they start, when they attack us, then we just blow them up and leave. Don't hang around. That's the only thing they understand. That's the only thing that's been going on for thousands of years over there. You cannot force freedom on people that don't want it. And the American people are just as bad. We don't want freedom. We want to go home and watch who can dance the best or play our Xbox video games. That's the only freedom the American people want anymore. They don't want no constitutional rights. They don't care about nothing. Go to work, run around your little rat cage like a little hamster. Just run around in your little circle. And then you go home, stop by McDonald's on the way, go home, sit in your beanbag chair and play Xbox or watch American Idol or some kind of pornography or whatever you're going to do. And that's the American dream now. and I can sit there and point out example after example. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, so the sun's still there. The Iraqis are running away with all their advanced weapons. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, more gun control is going to come out of the stuff. Tennessee has got a bunch of good old boys and that are killed constitutional carry, and they came right out in the thing and said, well, the reason we didn't go for constitutional carry because the fiscal note is that the Department of Homeland Security would lose $4.3 million of revenue off of the permit systems if we went to constitutional carry. That right there just shows you how stupid things are in this state. Of course, other states around are just as bad. I mean, the only people get elected are those with the most money. I mean, hey, I offered. You can still write in my name if you want to, if you're in Tennessee. You know, I'm not going to go through all their rigmarole to get on the ballot because I would have to accept money from a corporation or something, and that means I would owe somebody something. I would owe a special favor to somebody if I ran a campaign like that. You know, the 25 signatures wasn't a big deal, but, you know, having to, the amount of money you have to accept and how you have to accept it and all like that, it's like, no. And anyway, I got other stuff going on right now. Maybe if crap ain't hit the fan 2 years, I might run for some other office when I move up on the plateau or somewhere, you know, in some other county other than this one. I think it was in the New Testament. Even Jesus said, you know, he was even ridiculed in his hometown. He had to go somewhere else to find followers. You can't do it in your hometown because everybody says, oh, I know him. He was a troublemaker. When he was growing up, he can't be nobody. So if you want to do anything, you got to go somewhere other than your hometown. So let's see, what else is there to cover in the news lately? That's about it. I got some personal news. If I can turn this light on here. Yeah, I finally got a paper. My mother passes away, and within, what's the date on this? 9. Let me look at the calendar here. That would have been 7, 3, this is ridiculous. Within less than 15 days, my brother's already trying to drag me into probate. Talk about open greediness. I mean, he doesn't even wait till the soil is settled. So that's good. Let me... decedent's property. Real estate. This farm. I don't know if y'all know what they call this thing. This is a deed. There is no real estate. She owned no real estate, and she did that. She did this just to stop this stuff, because my idiot brother claims this all to the state as under inheritance tax. Oh yeah, does it own personal property, household furnishings? He thinks that furniture in here is worth $20,000. Yeah, maybe before year 2000 when everybody was collecting everything. Right now you'd be lucky to get a third of that. And besides that, he took all the furniture with him when she moved. So a 1984 Honda Civic. That 1984 Honda Civic hadn't been here in 10 years. And there's something about some real estate in Liberty, Tennessee. Heck, he's the one that helped clean out the house. He's the one that picked the real estate agent on that one. Why is he throwing that in there? And that happened 9-10 years ago. And he got $2,500 or $2,800 of that money. So I think my brother's smoking loco weed. But this goes to show you what happens when somebody dies. I mean, people get greedy. It just doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense to him adding this into the tax thing when he owned half of it anyway. Well, probably because he doesn't live here, so when it's sold and I go buy another place, I'm the only one that won't have to pay a tax because I'm just swapping it for another place to live. He's the one that's going to have to pay the tax, not me. So I don't really care. It's irrelevant. And unless we come to an agreement, can't neither one of us sell it anyway. In other words, I'm not giving it all to him, period. And I think that's what he wants. I think he wants to take it all. I think he's trying to take it all because he's got something in here where the court decides what kind of fee he gets for being the executor. First, he has to have something to execute. There's nothing to execute. Well, so there's my personal news. Let's see. So maybe if this is a big if, we get this go to court and the judge tells him that he ain't got no leg to stand on. He's going to have to come into some agreement with me. And when we come into an agreement, we'll do it in writing. Everything has to be done in writing with my brother. There won't be no verbal nothing. Everything will be done in writing. And then we'll put the place up for sale, and I'll get my surgery done. And I'll be able to get my business started. I'll go with horse-drawn advertising and probably move up yonder, get me about 15 acres, a small tractor. Probably just fix that pickup truck that I've got. Make sure everything on it's fixed up good because it's already built for towing. Get a small trailer for it. And maybe since I'll be moving another county over, I don't have to worry about the MARTA air pollution stuff. I'll get that little bitty car fixed to put some plexiglass on the back window of it and get it running again. Just 15 acres and build me a barn and have a portion of the barn set off as like a little living area. And I'll be in business for myself. One thing for sure, it'll be the part I live in will be so well insulated, I should be able to heat it and cool it on whatever I generate with solar panels and maybe up on the plateau a windmill. Put me up about a 1,000-watt windmill and about 2K of solar. And I'm pretty sure with that I could get by with nearly no grid power, unless we had some super hot heat wave or something. But I could almost be completely off grid, and have a little extra income coming in from training some horses. If I can lose some weight and get some income coming in and train for other people, that would be a good way to stay in shape anyway. I'm going to have a couple of surgeries. So whatever money comes out of this place, the doctor's going to get the first part of it. And then I'll get something and start my little business going. And when it makes enough to expand, just maybe I'll get some other people off of disability. We'll all be off of disability paying taxes again. Won't that be wonderful? Let's see, how long am I recorded? I've done run my mouth for 15 minutes. I'm going to shut up now. I'll talk to y'all later.